Hey guys, welcome back to Winding Road Magazine. I'm Tedward, and this is the 2012 S65 AMG. It's the W221 or 221. I'm more of a BMW guy, so I'm not sure what the lingo is for this, but we've got a 6-liter bi-turbo V12 that makes over 620 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque. It's a monster. This is the Russian mobster muscle machine. But overall, it's pretty understated. It's not that flashy. It's opulent, it's fast, but oh my goodness, this sound. That's a menacing idol. Now it's still an S-Class, loads of room for bodies, golf bags, etc. Soft close everything. We can't be bothered to do it ourselves. This car being what appears to be a pretty long wheelbase, all about this rear space. So of course we've got sunshades, sides, rear, and all the accoutrement. We can adjust our seats. If we look in here, you'll notice we've got a remote. That's a Mercedes-Benz remote. We can turn on our TV. There's some aux inputs and stuff on the side over here. And you can set this up kind of however you want. I can definitely picture myself riding passenger, falling asleep back here at 160 miles an hour while it just churns along. Bang & Olufsen everywhere. Again, this is not meant to necessarily cause a stir. It's meant to be the best of the best and kind of fly under the radar, just at unbelievable speeds. Soft close, of course. We've got massive brakes up here. I don't really want to know what maintenance costs on this, but I would imagine that brake job is not cheap. Now, it's not a Rolls-Royce, so it is certainly also driver focused. Plenty of amenities in here. When you get in, you notice V12 written right here, just to remind you what you're driving. Let's take it out on the highway where it belongs. Of course, it's a Mercedes-Benz, so if we double tap the brake, you get that hold. So now I don't have to do anything. This is pretty common on Mercedes-Benz. They've been doing this for a very long time, and it's actually a nice feature, especially in stop-and-go traffic. But, again, it's one of those things where I wouldn't want to wear out my right leg holding a brake pedal. And to release, you just roll into the throttle. It's like four-wheel line lock. A rocket ship. This will get you in trouble in a hurry, so we need to be a little cautious today. With all that torque, it is boosted by gear, or at least it seems to be. So first gear, when you roll into it, does not feel entirely strong. You don't get the full force of what this motor can do until second gear, when it starts to let a little more pressure build. And I believe third is where it really gives you the beans and gives you everything. So every gear it shifts up to third, it just pulls a little harder and a little harder. Now, obviously, you can't put 738 pound-feet of torque through like a normal street tire, and I believe the rears on this are 275 sections. For reference, an E39 M5 with about 400 pound-feet of torque has 275 sections, and that'll still spit in second gear if you'd like it to. This will definitely cook those. So thankful for traction control and clever electronics to make this S-Class still an S-Class. If you really just unleashed the full force of it all the time, it would probably be nearly undrivable. To hold all that torque, we've got Mercedes' kind of old 5-speed automatic, but you need something that's robust to have all that load go through the driveline. It wasn't until more recently that we've been able to put a lot of torque through maybe dual clutches or faster shifting automatics. What on earth is going on here? Okay, good, not a fire. Being an S-Class, every motion you make, every input you make seems to be dampened a little bit by the car because the design is to be a limousine. So if you were driving kind of aggressively or like a jerk and making really abrupt throttle adjustments or steering changes or even braking, kind of dampens all of your foolishness and makes you look smooth. We'll jump on the highway. We're going to put it into S mode on the transmission. Now, most of the time, I get blocked by traffic, I'm a little bummed out. In this car, I don't mind so much because I'm about to have an opportunity to utilize my torque. You can see this car would get you in trouble really fast if you stayed in it. And that's like one quick blast. We've also got radar cruise control. They call it Distronic Plus. So let's set it. We're at 84 miles per hour, and we've set it at a distance of about 100 feet from the car in front of us. So if we move over to slower moving traffic, we'll be able to watch it adjust. So now it knows how fast he's going, and it's going to slow us to that level. Ignore the engine oil level too high. I've been told that that is fine by the owner, and it burns about a quart every 1,000 miles. But if we want to get back over, this is really where the car is comfortable and happy on the highway. I mean, I wish we were in Germany and we had de-restricted roads. This would happily cruise along at 140 miles an hour with no hesitation. But it may not be maybe a cannonball-friendly car just because of the dismal fuel economy. I mean, we've got a V12 with 2 snails boosting pressure into it. So, I mean, you're probably looking at 10 to 12 miles per gallon if you were actually going fast. That's the beauty of a V12. You just need to breathe on it a little bit to get your torque. Handles well despite being nearly 5,100 pounds. You just need to be aware of that weight when you do toss it into a corner. And that is going to conclude our little drive in the S65 AMG.